So I mean, he would require mitigation. I know we're getting old mitigation on it, but he was required mitigation, because of the accident.
We had one yesterday though that was very similar to this one. It was denied. It was like,
Pulling that
I didn't
up
say it
right now.
was
Just trying to see what
16 as well. I mean, take a look, because if it's, an endeavor in futility, then I don't,
The one that was denied yesterday was a single vehicle accident, but his BAC was a .247.
Oh, no, it's a different one.
Oh, okay.
It's this one. It was a fatal accident, major accident, excuse me, with a .12 And it looks like on this one, the plan's insurance, it's being covered anything. We weren't really sure.
Oh,
That's
that
supposed to be
was,
the
you know
denial.
what, that was actually Marcus's case.
Yes, that's the one I was saying.
And I think that we did. Marcus is saying that we did.
Seeing if we can appeal it for that reason.
Yeah, it was they're working.
Right.
Did have insurance, allegedly. So we set it for like Monday.
I'm trying to remember Brock's case, Your Honor, because that was denied.
That was another one that was, I mean, we're getting so many denials now, it's like.
So here, he actually got a letter from his insurance company that they paid off.
My issue though, it's that we're set for trial.
Right.
It's 260 days. It's something that like,
I mean, and we've talked about some discovery issues that we're having as well with the fence.
if you want to apply, I will give you until Monday to have absolutely everything. It's 260 days. I mean, it's not fair to get like, cause
I can get a mitigation back in about, I don't know if I'll get an answer from them by Monday,
I
but
don't know, but I want it at 100% completely in, or he pleads on Monday. But it's 260 days old. I'm not,
I understand it.
and it should have been, so is that what you want to do?
Yes, Jim.
So, Your Honor, in the previous case that was denied, Your Honor, there was a,
Is this one a major?
Dismissal, retrial, there was several arrests.
Well, that's silly. I mean, come on.
And so it doesn't appear that
Is this a major accident or is this a?
there was, no accident.
Oh, there is an accident.
Yes, there was.
Oh,
an
this one, yes.
Major or minor?
He hit a Metro bus that continued driving, and then the other vehicle that was crashed into had minor damages.
I don't know what you guys consider major, I guess. That's the,
It's always.
Yeah.
I think it's done by what they could call is on the day of the.
okay. You have until Monday. But absolutely everything. I mean, down to the letter. I mean, everything notarized, everything, dotted, crossed, just insurance, everything.
Gotcha.
All right?
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Albert Brown, it's an arraignment and a motion to sub.
All right, come on up. You ready? Bring your client.
Was it filed today, Councilman?
Page 6.
Motion to sub, I think we filed it here yesterday. Or it had been filed a while ago, wasn't it? It just recently.
I think it makes it.
Yeah. Those were that.
I think it's already, Eric,
Okay, just making sure my notes just said
Good
motion.
morning.
You're Albert Brown.
I am.
Okay, you're facing an assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I believe this is an interference with the public
Right,
service.
I'm looking.
Yeah, and that's not.
Yes, you're right. Interference with the duties of a public servant. 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On March 11th, 2025, at approximately 1:21 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle speeding at 48 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone, and a temporary tag that came back as expired as of March 3rd, 2025. A traffic stop was initiated. The defendant stopped in the middle of the road, and the officer signaled for the defendant to pull over to the nearest parking lot. The defendant opened the driver's side door and was yelling and cursing. The defendant was giving commands to walk in front of the officer's patrol vehicle. Since the defendant was not complying with commands to get back inside the vehicle, the defendant then walked partially to the back of their car, and the officer detained the defendant and began actively resisting. The defendant was given multiple commands to place their hands behind their back, and the defendant continued to pull away and tense on the officer's attempt to walk them back to the car, to the door to prevent the officer from placing handcuffs. The defendant was taken to the ground where they continued to resist. The defendant was tased after giving repetitive commands and not complying. The defendant was then successfully placed into handcuffs, and it was later learned that the defendant had an unloaded firearm in their vehicle and was identified by their Texas driver's license.
Okay, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run the license, please? Make sure it's eligible.
There is no driver's license on file, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I have it eligible. My driver's license is valid.
Unless you have a valid Texas driver license
I do.
and liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive. It's a condition of your bond. That's the only condition I'm going to put on you. Just when you get into a pissing match with someone with power of arrest, who's going to win? Don't say anything as a rhetorical question, but really, people have been shot for far less. You got to be careful in this life. You only get one. You know what I mean? Really.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm not, like I said, the only condition is just drive with a license and insurance. You've got lawyers, so they'll take care of you because you have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but just stay in touch with them. They'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes,
If
sir.
they tell me just hold on. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you, if you take off, you pick up a new case, I am going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Just be nice. It's not hard. All right?
Yes, sir.
I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria. We'll have you take a seat while I get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you're free to go. Can you file that, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you see the difference between the two FGI cases?
I do.
Did you saw it? I know, but I'm saying there's thorough investigations, and then there are
They have conditions of
less than thorough, you know?
Yeah.
Is that you? You some small permit you have with effective.
Hey, Vic, I granted both of these, but before Reynolds takes off, I can get off with it.
Post regulation is just.
Sorry, to put it in. I'm feeling published. Okay. Okay, so I've tried to break the on the same line. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't have that. I recall it.
Mr. D, you ready?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Come on.
Stephen, please, that fall in favor.
Is this a true first?
It is, Your Honor, yes.
You are Luis Racinos.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Racinos, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI education class, a okay, no victim impact panel, I guess, no? Okay. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. They may assess more conditions, they may assess no other conditions. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, and 20 hours of community service. Substance abuse treatment as recommended by the TRAS. These are the conditions for you to successfully complete this probation. If you complete it, regardless, you need to understand that this DWI is going on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases you pick up. Because this is going on your record, you get caught in a car driving, cop pulls you over, you have the faintest smell of alcohol, they see this DWI, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you're taking a huge risk. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it goes on your record. It's going to be there forever. Like I said, you give up this right to appeal. Now, on this probation, no drugs, no alcohol for an entire year. If we find that you're using, if you don't do your community service on time, if you fail to do your class on time, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail and bring you back out, and we're going to have a hearing to determine whether you violated this probation. You're looking at 180 days if you do. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to send you to the agreement. Before we leave, can you run his license to see whether he...
Yes, it is currently suspended for ALR.
Right. That's what I figured. Your license currently is suspended because of the administrative license revocation hearing. You are not allowed to drive. So if you drove here, you may not drive home. Do you understand? So you're going to have to get someone else to drive the car home for you. Because you don't have a license now, we will require you to obtain a portable device that you're going to take with you to prove to us that you're not consuming alcohol while you're on this probation. So let's make it a condition that he get his license back. Now I'm adding on another condition that you need to get your license back. It's not hard. I think all you have to do is just pay a reinstatement fee. That's it. So it's not difficult, but you need to do that. And if you don't, if you start driving on this probation, you don't have a license, you're looking at 180 days. So don't just drive. You need to ensure that your license is valid with DPS. Once you pay that reinstatement fee, it takes 2 to 3 weeks just to get back in. So don't just start driving once you pay it because it's not reflected in the system. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck, bud.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, City.
What are the DPS line, Judge?
You can wait a minute.
Wait a
Marcos.
How are you, Judge?
Hey, bud. How are you?
Good. I've got a couple cases I need to approach on. First one, Pereira, Pereira. He submitted the PT application. She's done the TRS. She was approved today.
Great.
So
Give you a couple weeks.
perfect. And then the other one, kind of the same situation, well, similar situation, is Caballero, Caballero. We submitted the application where I talked to my office, actually, which I guess I didn't realize. I didn't realize we needed mitigation, but my office did.
I have here that we've been working on mitigation for the last 3 months.
3 months.
Since December 10th, working on mitigation.
We submitted this morning. It's
Mitigation packet though?
submitted this morning.
Everything.
I do have the note, it's in, they submitted it to Ashley for this guy.
Great. So let's set it off a week.
Waiting on that.
Okay, Brent, as long as it's in, I'm happy.
It was in this morning.
Set it off a week, see if I
Okay.
to get a response.
Can I waive his appearance, Mr. Caballeros? Okay.
So, no, but hold on. If he's approved, he needs to be here at the next setting so we can send him for a TRAS. Because he's not,
He's done the TRAS.
Caballero,
Caballero, Caballero.
page 8.
Yes, he's supposed to.
Yes, he's already done.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then we'll waive it. That
Okay.
way, you know, if it's approved, then we'll give you like another couple weeks to get the interlock.
Okay, perfect. And then I will have a plea for you on Hernandez Perez.
We're doing a play on that now?
Yes, we just need the interpreter, so not yet. I'll ask Victoria.
Okay.
Okay.
She's calling.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned it in. Done, so.
Or I've already done that one. March 25.
Well, it's kind of coming yet, but I think with the family. And it was big on. Bennett, yeah.
So you have to do one day. Yeah, so if you're gonna do concert, it have to be 3 people, because we don't need to hold on. Because technically he was arrested, wanted out the same day, so they only can have 1 day.
Gonzalez?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I did a push on, yeah. Okay.
Are you still missing the stuff?
We're waiting on video and it's not over for that. I'm watching that's awful.
Okay, what that means. Okay. It's also processing, there's things to spend. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to make a change that we have. Okay.
Or no, good enough.
I do forever. She was also.
That's where the games, I agree.
Yeah, at this point. Say sorry right now. Okay. Okay. Good. I just don't want to do. No, that's fine. I get it. Later. Just. Yeah. Yeah, so it's one me off, but like, okay. Awesome. This goes. Yeah. I know you're. Yeah, straight. It's just slow. Thanks for yours.
Timothy Reynolds.
It's not. It's also.
That's right.
It's okay. That's things we like. Oh, one of the Jen just wants to travel with her. So that's what others cases about. No, it's going to be process other as it works for someone. So something and we're seeing where it's an energy. Judge, you'll just. Do something. It's one. It's just one he wants to track it and will. So. That's what we can do. But go to extra, just. We have to show all the.
Yeah.
Very. Council recent. Oh, okay.
Oh, is Amy waiting on him? Oh, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, and there's bond conditions for Alfred Brown and review.
Got it. Hi. Come on in.
I'm going to ask for a reset and they're suggesting I may need to approach on it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Of course.
Let me attach you it.
Okay, who are we talking about?
Bennett,
That's your on bond.
I don't know, actually, it's Sonia's case. I emailed for a reset and didn't get it, so I just want to move her 1 week so she can be here.
He is on bond, Judge.
Yeah, I see it now. Is he supposed to be here today? Do you know?
I can see you.
No, it's waived today. Okay, I'll give him a week. The defendant must, do you have an offer?
No, I have not placed an offer on the case, so just I will do so.
Please do so. So at the next setting, Mr. Bennett must be here to, accept, or we'll set up a trial. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. Have all the online.
Oh, you're selling it today. March 25. We know every time what I said.
Oh, this is what you want, Judge,
Roberto.
She's 106,000.
Marcos, need you for a plea. Let me call him. Hold on.
That's fine.
Do I know you?
I exist. I had a fantastic, first of all, you look like Christmas today.
Thank you.
I had a fantastic spring break, so I'm just like,
Did you go anywhere? Disney?
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
I know what you're thinking.
What?
So, my brother is one of the addiction psychiatrists. So
Great.
yeah, so I can't really go to Camp Lejeune, but Camp Lejeune's it's North Carolina and it's got a huge base and there's a whole lot of beaches. We didn't go to Outer Banks, but there's just beautiful beaches. Apparently, if you live in the East Coast or like Philly or, up there, when you go
Beaches wet south?
the North Carolina beaches,
But Myrtle Beach is wet south.
where? That's South Carolina. That's pretty close though. That's pretty close, but it's like more of a spring break. This was more like adults and families and it was just so nice, you're like, oh.
Four Seasons too.
Anyway, so it was a lovely time. Do you have a good break or were you working?
No, I just, one of these years, one of these months I'll go.
Put North Carolina on your list. It's a great place. Okay, Judge, I'm here in Dustin, Eli. I just kind of wanted to check in. His felony is set for May 12th. And the reason being is the blood results. I've been tracking sort of the evidence on that. And
Have we done a TRAS?
I mean, when you say that, do you mean a recent one?
When was the last TRAS that we did?
The last TRS was before Sadif, and then you wanted Sadif, and he didn't, and then he got out, and then he picked up the skills.
So I'm gonna do that now.
Like a new one?
The only, our TRAS, it's only good for a year though, right? So when was that? So we have until this October to still use this for SAT. Okay, I want to do it.
You want to do one?
SAT. No.
Oh,
We'll
that's like,
keep it because it's saying that he needs residential treatment. He
I know.
obviously needs it.
I'm just checking in with you because it's a farther court date. It's May. And I haven't confirmed with the attorney up there, but based on my understanding of all the discovery I reviewed, it's just they're waiting on the results. And it was a bunch of accidents, so there's some rips and mets.
Okay.
So do you want to wait for those results and wait till after felony?
Time out and lose it. So I need,
Yeah, placed on probation October 15th of last year, so.
I want him to go to SAT. He needs to go to SAT. We can't just, and I have no idea what the felony court, but my fear is that they just up and nothing happens up there. And so that's why I don't want to just kick this because if something, because I don't know what happened in the case upstairs, but if it gets dismissed for one reason or the other, and then we just unsat term him here, then we've really just.
Yes, but can we wait for the blood results so that we have a better idea of what they're thinking, or some rips? Like,
I can't put him in SAT anyways. While he's got the open case.
you can't, well, you could, but he wouldn't go.
We'll just wait for the felony case to play out. Whatever they do is just irrelevant, but we'll still put him in the residential. Yeah, so, and then we'll wait.
Okay,
Hopefully it doesn't take another year, right?
they're close. Like, they're working on it. I think they have one of the rips done. They've got,
It's only been 4
it's
months.
felony.
Yeah, I know.
That's the.
And I know how busy it is there. I'm just. Yeah.
Should I have him sign up with the conditions now or wait until?
No, let's do it now. Just there's no, I mean, why delay the inevitable, right?
So if we sign the amended conditions, do we dismiss the MHA? Do you see what I'm saying?
But just make sure everything's done right so it doesn't.
I'll try to become examiner.
I just don't want to kill him.
And Judge, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Shreya. Ready? Hi.
Yeah, Bruce, Judge.
Sure.
I'm approaching on laws.
Okay. Jail on bond.
A bond. See, I'm good. It's not all.